little spin into frame, like that. Good morrow, traveler. To put it simply, I am in the midst of the biggest sewing undertaking I've ever tried. And I have done more sewing in the past week than I think I have in my entire life. That project's not done yet, so because of this, it's time for me to multitask. Nice little short break from sewing. Oh boy, my fingies hurt. If you are a member of the World Wide Web, you may have seen a little trend that's been going around. And the sun went away, but is it gonna come back? That's the question. All right, I'm gonna turn the ISO up, but I swear if that sun comes out in 3 seconds, at least in my circles, and the sun came out. Mother Nature, you can catch these hands. Starting in October, I started seeing people take old dollhouses and turn them into, you know, like gothic manors. I've been seeing a new thing going around where people take dollhouses and they're turning them into gingerbread houses, which I think is so frickin' cute. And I have such an affinity for gingerbread anything in my mouth and also in front of my eyeballs. I thought that would be a fun project for this week. Just nice, short, simple, turning an old dollhouse into a mystical, magical gingerbread house. To do this, I pulled up Marketplace and I began to search for dollhouses in my area. Specifically, I was looking for the Frozen Castle. I found one, not too far from me. Nick and I took a little road trip. Roll the clip. Oh. Oh my god, it's huge. I did not realize it was gonna be so big. I ask of you, nay, I beseech you, to tell me why it's so big. That's still an easy project, she says. Easy, no stress. Why? What have I done? Nick is generally a very patient man with my projects, but as soon as we pulled up to the driveway and saw this girthy girl, he was like, where are you gonna put that? To that I said, that's a valid and astute question you're asking me. So yeah, oops, we're gonna do it. I think it has a little light show. How? How?
Wow.
It makes sense. I think new, this thing is like $200, by the way, but I grabbed it for 40. So very grateful for the woman that was selling it. She also threw in a learn to spell game, to which I said, thank you. It's definitely for my child. Let's talk about the plan. For this absolute behemoth, I have compiled a Pinterest board of some inspiration for historic looking kind of Victorian gingerbread houses. Although house is a very understated statement. Taking bits and pieces from all of these different inspiration photos, I'm just going to try to at least follow the general design of this. I can't even get it in frame. For instance, I think, you know, the base is going to be a gingerbread. All of these little details, I'm going to try to use icing. Like all of this, I think I'm just gonna pipe fake icing, which I'm gonna use the same method that I used for my gingerbread dress, which is just caulking. So I think I'm gonna make the door look like it's made of chocolate. Same with these. If I have time, I would love to put sort of a stained glass backing to the windows. This is all just paper, so I'll probably make up my own design. I'd love to do some candy cane elements too. I still have yet to figure out why it is I do the things that I do, but here we are. Oh God, oh God. Spray paint the base a gingerbread color. Since I've been so entrenched in the other projects I've been working on, I really haven't prepared for this. Hopefully use what I have and manifest the best. Before we actually get going on this project is sponsored, this video is sponsored. To talk briefly about that, here is Sponsor Rachel. Oh, hi. Today's video is sponsored by one of my absolute favorites. You know this if you've watched my channel for pretty much any amount of time. June's Journey. It is a free-to-play mobile hidden picture game set in the 1920s. So freaking beautiful. Essentially, there are a couple different parts of the game. One major part being the hidden pictures, and it brings you all over the world. My personal favorite are the Paris scenes. Ooh, aesthetic. There's also a home base that you can customize your own island with your house, gardens, and seasonal decor. So that's the game. I wanted to talk about their interactive diary. So this is a fun little activity journal. There are crossword puzzles, hidden picture games, cryptograms. Personally, I have a trip coming up, so you know I'm gonna be working on this at the airport. And just as an added bonus, they're gonna be giving away a few of these. If you would like to put your name in the running, I'm gonna put a Google form down in the description. At the end of 48 hours, I will pick winners. So yeah. That is June's Journey. If you would like to download it for free, or if you would like to purchase the interactive diary, you can head to the link in my description. Thank you so much, June's Journey, for sponsoring this video, and without further ado, let's spray some paint. Hello? Tight. After only a day of progress, I think she already looks so much better. Now we can do the fun stuff, which is all of the details. First, I think I'm gonna go in, paint all the window trims white, because in my reference photos, a lot of them are. So, the patio, and then we can get started on the icing. To do that, I am going to take my hot glue gun, which has a precision tip. It's like off-white glue sticks. And then last but not least, I don't remember where I put them. To do the thick, chunky icing, I'm gonna do the same method that I did for my gingerbread dress and pipe it. This is gonna be the final step though, because this is gonna have to set. We've got a day ahead of us. Ooh-wee. I'm ready if you're ready, team. Let's get whimsical, whimsical. I wanna get whimsical. Crusty, what's it got in its pockets is? Here goes nothing. Oh no, careful. I don't know what it is about painting small, teeny tiny little things that makes me so happy. A god complex of some kind. A Godzilla complex. I just like to feel like a giant lizard. Straight up destroy your week and your property value. I think when we get to the icing is gonna be the best part. Let's be honest. Beautiful. I feel like I've said this before, but I'm not a huge Christmas decorator. I think my aesthetic is much more general winter based. More specifically, I think like an old crone who lives in the woods and collects berries and snowy branches and twigs. That's my winter aesthetic. My body hurts. Some muscles that I don't use apparently. I am gonna keep on trucking. All right, bakers, you ready? Let's do it.
Now listen, I could have probably done a better job with this, but precision isn't my middle name. My middle name is Lynn. My mantra throughout this entire project was basically WWCMD. What would Christine McConnell do? Except it's sort of like the preschool version of what she would do. I wanted to try to replicate that powdered sugar effect that some have, so I dry brushed some white on there to try to make it look like it was powdery and just baked.
right. On a scale of 1 to Milo Thatch, how ready do I look right now to find the lost kingdom of Atlantis? That took forever. Now it's time to experiment. So I've loaded up my hot glue gun with this off-white glue. My main focus here is these big panels, which I'm going to add little roof designs. Let's try. I wish that I could explain fully how happy this makes me. By the way, I'm having so much fun. If you squint really hard, you might be able to sort of see it. Hold on, I'll help with that, boo. Don't you worry. I think it looks kind of cute. It's a little wonky. Embrace the wonk. And then I think like some fun stuff around the windowsills, like little icicles. Yeah. Tell you what, this project's making me hungry. This icing specifically reminds me of icing that comes with toaster strudel. I used to eat the toaster strudel plain so that I could eat the whole packet of icing after. It's like a reward.
I learned that if I just sort of globbed up the glue, gravity would take over and make it look like icing itself.
Moving on, before we do all of the final icing, I want to work on the peppermint patio. Thank you, everyone. There is this little courtyard area. I just painted everything white. I'm gonna go in and add little peppermint stripes, which might take me 67 years, but I think it'll be quite whimsical. And then I'm gonna also add peppermint striping too over here and the doors, on the spires up above. Just kind of add a little bit of candy because it is what Aaron Carter once prophesized. Let's get to work. It's me, Macaulay Culkin. So if you haven't seen my gingerbread dress video, what I used for the icing for that was shing. I don't want to say it. What I did there, squeezed this into a pastry bag and then used an icing tip. There was no closing the pastry bag, so it kind of just, and trying to say this in the least gross way possible, spludged all out the back. Nightmare, right? I'm going to try, use a sandwich bag, pour some in there, close it, cut a hole, feed it down into the pastry bag with the icing tip. Maybe we can glue it if necessary. Yeah, wow. Stop. Ew, mother frick. Help. We're gonna get it. Yeah. Tis the season. While that is setting, I shall waste no time. I am gonna work on the windows. To do this, I was kind of struggling because I wanted it to look like melted sugar. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna settle for a wax paper, parchment paper. So I only have parchment paper. And unfortunately it does have like writing on it. I don't know if you can see that. What I'm gonna do is just paint a really thin layer of yellow, dapper mustard color. scrumptious. Slap that on there, let it dry for a little bit, cut out the pieces as needed, and just glue them onto the interior of the window. Hopefully, if we stick some lights in there, it'll look pretty cool. Avoiding the edges because even though I am chaotic, I would prefer not to paint onto my wood floors. A little bit more. I think that's probably fine, but I'm nothing if not too much. There you go. You took a DNA test and Bob is in fact your uncle. I'm gonna let that dry. All I have to do is stick them on the interior of the windows and I think it's just about done. Let's do it. Yep, here she is. Little wrap up, what went well, what I might add to going forward. Overall, super happy with it. I think it's really stinking cute. I've been trying to be kinder to myself when it comes to littler projects because I feel like my brain is just stuck on the setting of a 90s Disney Channel original movie, go big or go home. Often when it comes to my 1-day makes or my 1.5-day makes, I feel like I didn't do enough. I'm kind of hard on myself, so I'm trying to be a little bit nicer with myself. Given more time, I think I could add way more details, but let's be honest, I did not know it was going to be so large. So that kind of threw a little slight damper onto my plans. Woof. That's how I would describe the size of this. Obviously, a lot of this was part of the toy and not something I did, but I think it really, really works as a gingerbread house because of all these little details, Scandinavian architecture. Pretty damn fancy for a kid's toy, if you ask me. This patio is kind of just empty. I think I might order some fake round little gumdrops and just add another little kind of patio. Where am I gonna put this? You may be asking yourself. I don't know. Maybe eventually when we have our little Victorian coffee shop, it can go up once a year. That's how I'm gonna justify this, okay? Hope that you had fun watching. I know it was kind of like a little short and sweet kind of video. I needed to do something a little bit more simple to break up my giant project that's coming next. And also I have a cold. I can't be bothered. Thank you so much, June's Journey, for sponsoring this video once again. If you want to download June's Journey for free and to purchase that interactive diary, cutest thing ever, the link is in my description. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every other Friday and we have fun here. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, something's gonna go coo 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 coo. Doobie 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 da. Am I a genius? Or am I a dum-dum? Eventually! You remember that Amanda Show skit? The procrastinator? I woke up this morning and it was snowing. It's a winter miracle. They are going...